Victoria spent just $12 helping a stranger. She never expected that one act of kindness would lead to a life-changing surprise months later. Victoria Reynolds was a 27-year-old waitress living in the quiet city of Savannah, Georgia. Every morning before sunrise, she walked 3 blocks to a small family-owned diner called Harbor Cafe. The pay wasn't great, but Victoria loved meeting people and helping others. One rainy November evening, the diner was nearly empty. Outside, heavy rain pounded the streets, and most people hurried home. Victoria was wiping tables when the front door opened. An elderly man entered slowly, drenched from head to toe. His gray coat was soaked, and his hands trembled from the cold. Many customers glanced at him and quickly looked away. The man quietly sat in a corner booth. Victoria immediately noticed that something was wrong. She walked over with a warm smile. "Good evening, sir. Can I get you something hot?" The man hesitated. "I only have enough money for coffee," he replied softly. Victoria looked at the tired expression on his face. Without thinking twice, she brought him a bowl of chicken soup, fresh bread, coffee, and a slice of apple pie. The man looked surprised. "I didn't order all this." Victoria smiled. "You look like you need it tonight." For the first time, the man smiled. His name was William Carter. As he ate, Victoria occasionally checked on him. She learned that William had recently lost his wife of 42 years. Since her passing, life had become difficult. That night, the rain became even heavier. When the diner was closing, Victoria noticed William still sitting quietly by the window. "Do you have a ride home?" she asked. William shook his head. "My car broke down this morning." Without hesitation, Victoria offered to drive him. William tried to refuse. "You've already done enough." But Victoria insisted. 20 minutes later, she dropped him off at a modest house on the edge of town. Before leaving, William thanked her. "You've shown me more kindness in one evening than I've seen in months." Victoria smiled and drove away. She never expected to see him again. The next morning, life returned to normal. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. Victoria forgot about that rainy night. Then one afternoon, a black luxury SUV stopped outside Harbor Cafe. Everyone inside noticed. A well-dressed attorney entered and asked for Victoria. Confused, she stepped forward. The man handed her an envelope. Inside was a letter. Victoria immediately recognized the signature. William Carter. Her hands began to shake as she read. The letter explained that William had passed away peacefully a few weeks earlier. Tears filled her eyes. Then she continued reading. William wrote that after losing his wife, he had fallen into deep loneliness and depression. On the night they met, he had been feeling completely hopeless. But Victoria's kindness changed something inside him. Her compassion reminded him that goodness still existed. The letter continued, "You treated me like a human being when I felt invisible. You expected nothing in return. Because of you, my final months were filled with hope rather than sadness." Victoria wiped away tears. Then she reached the final page. William had one final surprise. For many years, he had secretly owned several successful commercial properties throughout Georgia. His estate was worth millions. In his will, he had created a charitable foundation dedicated to helping struggling seniors and lonely widows, and he had chosen Victoria to lead it. Victoria was stunned. She thought there had to be a mistake, but the attorney explained everything. William had no children and no close relatives. He trusted Victoria because she had shown genuine kindness when nobody was watching. Over the following year, Victoria worked tirelessly. The foundation provided meals, transportation, medical assistance, and companionship programs for thousands of elderly people across the state. What started as one simple act of kindness became a movement that changed countless lives. Several years later, during a community event, a reporter asked Victoria what inspired her work. She smiled and looked at a photograph of William. Then she answered, "People think changing the world requires wealth or power. Sometimes all it takes is noticing someone who feels forgotten." The audience fell silent. Many wiped away tears, because everyone understood the truth behind her words. Victoria never became famous. She never sought recognition. But because she chose kindness on a cold, rainy night, one lonely stranger found hope again. And through that hope, thousands of others found it too. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness becomes the greatest gift someone ever receives.